What is going on, everybody? This is Bronco Juggalo, and I've taken about a week off from filming after the new year. I hope you didn't mind. I just was a little tired. You probably didn't even notice, honestly, because I did, the streams and whatnot, and I put out a video like the day before the new year, so you probably didn't even notice that I took a little bit of time. But I haven't actually filmed anything in about a week. Today, guys, I am back with another Wild Eye review. I am doing the 2019 film Safe Space. Now, I was really glad that I watched this movie tonight. At first, I took a look at it and I was like, man, this film's 120 minutes. I don't know if I want to sit through that long. First off, it's not actually 120 minutes. It was only about an hour and 20 minutes. So the runtime on here is not correct. However, even if it was 120 minutes, I would have still really enjoyed sitting through this movie. Directed by Sharad Kant Patel, starring Jesse Settle, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, as Sarah, and Paul Galvin as Christian. Christian, a fraternity president, becomes kind of obsessed with a young new co-ed. And while he's pursuing her, the pursuit turns a bit sinister, and we find out some dark secrets about not only him, but his fraternity as well. Now, guys, there is going to be some spoilers in this review, because I felt I could not do the movie justice without talking about it. So, there will be some spoilers. If you want to be totally blind about this movie, turn it off now, go watch the film, and come back and finish the review. Guys, this is an art house vampire film. It is not your typical vampire film. Think of it this way. Have any of you guys seen the Hannibal TV series? It's almost as if it was a vampire film done in that style. And I really like that about this movie. It never once openly shows that it's a vampire film until the end of the film. It never talks about being a vampire movie. It never gives you a full, clear, yes, this is a vampire film kind of feeling until the end of the movie, about an hour and 12 minutes in. It does drop a lot of hints. It does drop a lot of, foreshadowing. And if you're only slightly intelligent, you can figure it out. It wasn't too subtle, but it was done with style. And I really enjoyed that. I really, really did. It definitely leads you to the conclusion that it is a vampire film before it comes out and says that it's a vampire film. Guys, one thing about this movie I truly have to say is I loved the performances. The performances in this film were spot on. They were just so good. All of the actors did a very good job. And it wasn't like most lower budget films where you have to sacrifice other parts of your movie to get good actors. They didn't sacrifice anything in this film. Guys, I know how cliche this sounds, but I love the style of the movie, and the movie is very stylized. I know that sounds so weird, but it's true. I love the stylized style of this movie. Does that sound fucking weird? I mean, it's stylized style. Did I say that too many times? Music, the score is amazing. I don't know if you can hear just a bit of it. I left the menu of the movie going just because I really like it, and I think it's kind of haunting. Now, this is just a small sample that's on the menu playing over and over again. But it is a very good original score. There's some good music to it as well. But the score itself was fucking phenomenal. Here's where we get a big spoiler, okay? In this movie, Christian is the head of the fraternity. He's also the head vampire, which you can kind of figure out as you go along. There's another vampire that wants to take his place, and he's getting the guys together because he notices some changes in Christian. He notices that Christian is not really tending to his vampiric and fraternal duties because of his obsession with this girl, Sarah. Now, he basically gets them to vote that if he does anything, and turns on them, they'll take care of the situation and make him the new fraternity head vampire guy. During the film, though, as he is falling for Sarah, and he does consider giving up his vampiric, life and his fraternity brothers. During the film, he realizes that Sarah is not returning the same kind of feelings that he has for her. And he also realizes that his brothers, for the most part, are all very loyal, and he's giving up a life that he's enjoyed for so many, obviously, decades. I don't want to say centuries. I would say at least 100 to 200 years. But it goes into his backstory about when he became a vampire. Possibly became a vampire. Doesn't actually say that that's when he turned, but I'm pretty sure it was. There is honest to God regret at the end of the movie, and you can see it in his face, you can feel it in his motions, and you can just feel it in the atmosphere. There is honest to God regret at the end of the film. Spoiler, here it comes, when he does kill Sarah. He has been very sick because he's been neglecting feeding because he wants to be with Sarah, and he finally feeds off her. And then at the end of the movie, life kind of goes back, for him at least, to normal. And it really is kind of a sad tale. You kind of wanted to see them go together. You kind of wanted to see what would happen. It's, as I said, very stylized. And there's these visions that he has of him and Sarah. And it leads you to this conclusion throughout the movie that it's going to happen that way. And when it doesn't, it almost fills you with the same regret that it fills him with. And to me, that's a very powerful thing. When you can convince your audience that you regret the actions you have taken, that to me conveys true acting ability. And I did true direction and, the ability to create an atmosphere, which this film does very well, by the way. Definitely creates a good atmosphere. So not only do you feel and sense his regret and see his regret, but you also sense and feel and see his resolve to endure, his resolve to go on, his resolve to keep living, and to live in the way he has, because he honestly does inside like the power. And for just a short time, he was tempted to give it all up. But then he realized it just wasn't going to work out that way. Guys, I definitely recommend Safe Space. This was a good film. It really, really is a good film. If you think that all Wild Eye films are just cheap or trashy or, just for fun slaughter films, or just for fun horror comedies, no, there's some very serious, very dark, very good films in this company. And Wild Eye, as always, puts out a plethora of different kinds of films. And I got to thank Wild Eye for sending me Safe Space. This is one that they did send me, and I am so grateful to have it. Until I see you again with another Wild Eye review, this is Bronco Juggalo saying, check out Safe Space, and peace. By the way, title's a little misleading. Gotta say that much. But that's up to the filmmaker, not Wild Eye. Peace out, y'all.
Somebody should have told you I'm the wrong one. All fun and games until you see me with the shotgun. Homie, I'm the wrong one.